Hello, everyone, and happy Star Wars Day. Well, it was Star Wars Day, but I did not get the chance to record this on Star Wars Day because I was feeling like crap all day. And then I have spent most of today being busy doing various things. I haven't had a chance to sit down and actually record this video. So I wanted to get this video out yesterday, didn't get a chance to. I'm doing it now. It's going to be late. I'm sorry. But I wanted to make another Star Wars Day video, especially now that we have another Star Wars movie to talk about, and that will probably be the main focus of this video. But for now, this is the PC version of Star Wars Shadows of the Empire, and the PC version is actually quite a bit different from the Nintendo 64 version. Obviously, the controls will be a bit different. This is the GOG version, which they obviously made it to run on modern PCs, which a lot of games from 1997 will have trouble running on modern PCs, so it's nice to have this version. Also, it runs in high definition and widescreen and all that good stuff. I'm running it in 12. I'm running it in 720p, 1280 by 720. So let's get started with the Battle of Hoth here. If you guys want to buy this, it is available on GOG. Obviously, we're going to start with the Star Wars theme, and we'll be reading that. And I'll be talking through it so I don't get a copyright claim on my video, even though I cannot monetize my video. If you guys saw the last video that I did, you'll know why I'm not able to monetize my video. Star Wars. This is actually a very similar text crawl to the beginning of the one at Empire Strikes Back. Shadows of the Empire. This is based on a book, Part 1, The Battle of Hoth. It is time of crisis. The Imperial probes scouring the galaxy for the hidden rebel base have discovered their outpost on the remote ice world of Hoth. Darth Vader, obsessed with finding Luke Skywalker, has sent his forces to engage the rebels in battle. With the dreaded Imperial Starfleet approaching, the Lone Raider has entered the Hoth system. In this, you play as Dash Rendar, who is a friend of Han Solo and a fellow smuggler who runs a ship. I think it's called the Outrider? But I don't remember off the top of my head. That might be wrong. It looks very similar to the Millennium Falcon. It's a very cool ship. If I remember correctly, it was included in one of the special editions. This was based on a book that I would actually recommend reading, even if it's not canon anymore. It's a good book. These cutscenes obviously were not in the original version. These were added into this version of it. I haven't played this in a long time, so if I suck at it, I'm sorry in advance. I'm trying here. Let's watch this cutscene.
I just found out the Empire is about to ruin our day. Han Solo told me that Imperial walkers have been spotted on the East Ridge. I'm gonna jump into a speeder and help rogue groups slow them down.
You'll pardon me for saying so, Captain, but it's been quite some time since you've flown an air speeder in combat, and...
Don't get your servos in a twist, pal. Just make sure you collect the money for this load by the time I get back. And be sure to count it this time, will you?
Rogue Group, we need to give our transports time to escape. Take out those Imperial probe droids. Be careful not to shoot our own turret.
And here we speed out with a snow speeder, and we just have a few... Okay, what the hell is going on? Is it something to do with the camera? What the hell was that?
Check your fire!
No! Get back to... Okay, now I have a camera that I cannot see. Okay, that's better. Now I can actually see something. I didn't mean to hit him. Anyway, yeah, there's a new Star Wars movie out. Episode 7, The Force Awakens. What'd you guys think of it? Because I liked it quite a bit. I thought they fixed all of the major problems that the prequels had. I mean, the bad acting, gone. The terrible, painful to listen to dialogue, gone. The overly... the overly choreographed fight scenes are gone. The overuse of CG is gone. The lack of imagination and how to shoot dialogue scenes is gone. The fact that dialogue scenes are just two characters sitting around talking and giving off exposition is gone. That actually has character development. You come to care about the characters in the movie. So, I mean, for every mistake and misstep that the prequels made, this seems to have done it a lot better and very, very right. And that made me very, very happy. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Now, that's not to say that it's a perfect film. I am getting the shit shot out of me.
Return to battle.
I was. Let's return. Let's turn around and fly at it again. Died. But it looks beautiful. It sounds beautiful. It relies on practical effects. It's well paced. The film is constantly moving. The music is good. Everything you expect and liked about the original Star Wars is basically also good about this. And it doesn't hit you in the face with a nostalgia bomb all the time. It kind of deals it out in little bits. Like, first you'll see the Millennium Falcon, then you'll see Han and Chewie, and just one little thing after another. If I suck at this, it's because I haven't played it in so long. And I have no idea how to fire tow cables. You. But, yeah, it was a lot of fun. It's not a perfect film, obviously. It has problems. The biggest one is that it's basically kind of a rehash of the first film, A New Hope, which I'm not completely against. I understand why they did that. Like, you're coming off of 3 movies that nobody likes. 3 movies that fans have not stopped bitching about for a decade or more. And you want to make sure that you absolutely do it right. So I understand playing it safe and being careful with that. And making a movie that fans will like. And they did succeed in doing that. They made a movie that is well received by fans and critics alike. Is it the best movie ever made? No, it's not even the best Star Wars movie ever made. But let's be honest, it's hard to top Empire. But it's still a very enjoyable film. A lot of people have problems with the villain. And they say he's kind of whiny and unsure of himself and stuff like that. And with that, I think your big deal is, how do you follow in the footsteps of Darth Vader? I mean, those are some mighty big shoes to fill, you know? Shit. Those are some mighty big shoes to fill, following in the footsteps of Darth Vader. Let's try that again. Let's skip this.
Probe group, we need to give our transports time to escape. Take out those Imperial probe droids. Be careful not to shoot our own turrets.
I mean, Darth Vader is widely hailed as one of the best villains in cinema history. And I think they didn't really know how to follow in the footsteps of that, so they kind of added that to the character's personality. Like, he wants to be like Darth Vader, and does not know how. Which I thought was actually kind of clever of them. I liked that. I didn't think he was a bad villain. And we actually got to see him do stuff with the Force powers that we haven't seen before, because he managed to stop a laser bolt toward the very beginning, a laser blast toward the very beginning of the film. That he just stopped it in midair, and that was really cool to see. And this has a lot of very good action sequences too, and they bring back obviously a bunch of the original characters, and while they also have important roles, they're not the focus of the story. And I think that was wise to do that, because this is a new trilogy about newer characters, so kind of a ceremonial passing of the torch, and they'll still have their important places going forward. But, again, they're not going to be the big focus, which is fine with me, especially considering that these new characters are actually quite likable. But it's gorgeously shot. The action is well filmed and easy to follow. It's well paced. The music is very good. In a lot of ways, it's kind of a beat for beat thing going along the lines of the original film, including a Death Star, which they say it's not a Death Star, but yeah, it's basically a Death Star. But as a whole, I was way impressed. I actually saw it in theaters 3 times, which is something that I have never done with any other movie. I've never been to a theater and watched a movie 3 times. And I have it on Blu-ray now. And the Blu-ray's actually got some cool special features. They talk about how they created the different things, like the new droid BB-8, who is likable and has a lot of personality. A lot like, he'll remind you a lot of R2-D2, which is a good thing if you're a Star Wars fan, because who doesn't like R2-D2? And for those of you who love the original films and were pissed off by a lot of things in the prequels, just know that this does not mention midichlorians even once. Like, yeah, they're strong in the Force, I could sense it, and that's it. There's no mention of midichlorians or anything like that, which, thank God, because nobody likes midichlorians anyway. And, I mean, as far as them not taking risks goes, like I said, I kind of understand why they did that. How the hell do I do a tow cable? No, 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 no. When I first played this level actually blew me away. It's still a lot of fun to play through this Hoth level. Actually. This is probably the best level in the game. And like I said, the Nintendo 64 version controls kind of crappy. I don't know how this one controls, because this is my first time playing the PC version. But the Nintendo 64 controls have not aged well. Apart from like the space flight levels like this one and the one in the minefield, those controls are fine. But try going through Beggar's Canyon again. It will probably frustrate you. And I haven't even gotten to the on-foot controls. I don't know how that works. There goes one. Let's go get another one. And then we'll figure out how tow cables work. But, yeah, this was absolutely amazing back in the day. Prior to this, we'd gotten only games that were directly about the films, kind of. Because if you've seen the Angry Video Game Nerd videos on, like, especially the NES era ones, you know they deviated in weird ways. So this, having a game about a book outside of the main trilogy. Ah, crap. Having a game that... Let's see if I can figure out how to do the tow cable. Having a game that deviated outside... Is it C? I'm trying to figure out how to do the tow cable. Thrust, right brake, left brake, fire, camera position. Yeah, let me know what you thought of the new movie down below. I liked it a lot. I've watched it 4 times now, including 3 in the theaters, once on DVD, and I've watched all the extras. And I was way impressed with it. Ah, the changing camera. So that's how I do sharp returns. Okay. So now I can try to figure out how to do the tow cable. I have to move my hand from the mouse, because the mouse is used to aim, which is weird, and then WASD is not used for movement. The arrow keys are. To overdo the lens flare in this particular movie, which I was glad. Because if you've seen his Star Trek films, you know JJ loves his lens flare. If you've seen, especially. How many times do I have to wrap around this guy? You think you would have tripped already? Like I said, it's been a long time since I have done this. There we go. Got him. Yeah! Challenge point awarded. Stage complete. I think that means I'm moving on to... Or is that it? Okay. Yeah, that's not it. I couldn't remember. There's more. Stop it! Shit, I crashed and died. Well, this entire video is going to be me dying on this level, isn't it? I'm getting better at it.
We need to give our transports time to escape. Take out those
I know,
Imperial probe droids.
I know.
Be careful not to shoot our own turret. Coming around.
Okay, why aren't my air brakes working? There we go. Okay, good. My air brakes are working now. But yeah, great film. Highly recommend it. If you're scared that it's going to be just more of the shitty prequels, don't be. It's a lot better than that. I'm kind of being quite. It's been a while since I've recorded any gameplay footage with me talk, especially by myself, because my last Let's Play was a co-op Let's Play, and my next one will be. I did a co-op Let's Play of Metal Slug, and I'm gonna do the original Metal Slug. Before too long, and I'm actually really looking forward to that. There have been some fans that have just torn this movie apart, and I really don't understand it. Like, there's some things you could complain about, but as a whole, it's a very, very good and well-made film, so I really don't understand why some fans are just gripey. Like, I guess you just can't please everybody. Even when you give them exactly what they want, they're still not going to be happy with it. Stop shooting me! Damn. There we go. I died. Let's go way the fuck out here and turn around. And let's use... Let's slow down so we can get more shots on it. Oh yeah, got it. And then crashed into it. Shit. There we go. Got them both, and we're on to the next round. And I'll probably die, and then I'll probably call it. But yeah, guess you just can't please everybody, because there are people that were just bitching up a storm about this film, and I'm like, this is so much better than the prequels. Why are you griping? Oh, what? Because it's very similar to a film you all love? Is that it? I mean, it is very similar to A New Hope in a lot of ways. Similar plot lines and everything. But is that a bad thing? Because A New Hope's awesome. Gareth Edwards, who directed the 2014, 15 American Godzilla film, you know, the one that wasn't terrible and was actually pretty darn good and had a lot of inventive camera work and stuff like that and pacing and stuff, is actually doing one called Star Wars Rogue One that's coming out later this year, and it's about stealing the Death Star plans. And I'm really hoping a certain someone from a certain video game series will make an appearance, because that would be kind of awesome. You know who I'm talking about. I'd love to see Kyle Katarn in that. Okay, it just crashed, so I'm gonna just call it here. Thank you everybody for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll talk to you guys next time. Thanks everybody, and goodbye.
Yeah.